Some progress has definitely been made in Newark's ongoing battle with lead in their drinking water. But when Governor Murphy and Newark Mayor Ross Baraka, among other politicians, gathered in Newark to talk about recent test results showing some positive signs, our own Jane Burnett learned today that it sparked some anger and frustration in others, saying there is a lot more that needs to be done.
For months, local residents have been flushing and filtering their water. Now they're being told things are moving in the right direction. The city of Newark, the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, and the EPA collaborating on preliminary water tests, which showed that over 90% of filters given out by the city cut lead levels below the EPA's limit.
So I am happy, not only for the hundreds of thousands of residents of the city, or the 18,000 homes that are affected, or the 14,000 in the Pequannock that are affected by this. I'm happy because the filter that I use in my home may also be working.
But one woman shed light on a potential problem.
They weren't completely clear on exactly how to use the filter. When you're using the filter, you have to press this lever down. If you're not using the filter, you have to leave it horizontal.
New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection Commissioner Catherine McCabe says if used properly, the filters are extremely effective, but reminds residents they should still flush their tap water for several minutes before using it.
I would say that you can have confidence that if you flush and filter, that using the city tap water is perfectly reliable for your family.
McCabe added that if you have concerns, you should get your water tested. New Jersey Assemblyman Jamel Hawley says what's been done so far just scratches the surface and is calling the situation environmental racism. In his tweet, he also asked, "What's the point of testing only filters and not the full testing of the water flowing into the service line?" Amidst Hawley's concerns over the testing, work to fix the root of the problem is progressing. While the city is replacing about 18,000 lead service lines, I caught up with residents on one street that's already seeing changes.
We were concerned that we would wind up with a Flint, Michigan reputation, and we're happy that that is not occurring. And that probably by the middle of the week, we'll be back to running our water as normal people.
Final water test results are expected to be released in the weeks ahead.
Thank you, Jane. All right, let's bring in tonight's A-plus panel. We're joined by defense attorney Mike Korobanix. Mike, good to see you.
Nice to see you, Bill.
And Allison Young back with us, Republican strategist. Good to see you, Allison.
Thanks, Bill.
Allison, I'm going to start with you on this. This seems like a bunch of politicians at a photo op, patting each other on the back. In the meantime, you got to run your faucet for 5 minutes to make sure it's clean.
And then we're going to have people complaining because of all of the waste. Now, if everyone's running their faucet for 5 minutes multiple times a day, are we getting a credit on our water bills for this now, too? Like, there are a lot of ramifications of this. And all we've got now are the governor and the mayor standing there saying, never mind, don't worry, everything's going to be fine.
They have made some progress on replacing the 18,000 lead service lines. They got a big chunk of change from Essex County. All that seems to lean toward progress. But for them to jump out, it's a preliminary study, number one, and just a month ago the EPA was saying, hold on a minute, not so fast with these filters. What do you think?
It doesn't seem like much of a victory if you have to wait 5 minutes for a glass of water. It's almost unbelievable in this day and age that this problem got so far.
When we talk about these stories, it makes me think of mothers who are making infant formula with possibly lead-contaminated water. It makes me think of, you know, an elderly person who just needs a glass of water on a hot day and can't have it for 5 minutes. Like, they've forgotten about the people. It's a lack of leadership, and it's time to get back to what they were originally elected to do.
Maybe they should have waited another 5 minutes, Bill. I don't know.
All right. Thank you, guys.